This is Captain Chris Myers of Central Florida Sight Fishing Charters, and I'm here at the kayak pool at Mosquito Creek Outdoors in Apopka. I'm going to show you today a demo and the features of a new kayak they have here. It's the Jackson Kayak Company 14-foot Cuda model. I tested it the other day on a fishing trip, and I'm going to show you the features that it has and actually do an on-the-water demo for you. Now that gas prices are going up, a lot more people are getting into kayak fishing, and you can easily throw it on top of your car or in the back of your truck, and you don't have to pay that extra gas towing the boat around. For shallow water flats fishing, for bass fishing, pan fishing, in our rivers here in Florida, along the beaches and the flats, you can do all kinds of fishing out of the kayak. Especially if you're fishing yourself, it's a great vessel to have if you want to keep your costs down but still be able to get to a lot of different fishing areas. The one feature I really liked about this thing was easy to get in and out of. I got in and out of it multiple times during the day. When I was actually fishing, most of the time I was waiting. I would go to a spot, get out of it, wait around, fish, then hop back in it. So I'm going to show you the features here, and one of the things that I really like is I'm a fly fisherman, and in this rod on this boat, however, it has great fly fishing storage. Here's my 9-foot fly rod, and you can see up on the front here it has a little cover, and that's for the tips of your rods to go in. So when I store this fly rod, I stick it here, it has a little strap. I strap it down, and now the tip of that fly rod is protected. If I'm going to go through some mangroves or around some areas that have branches, nothing's going to happen to the tip of my rod. It doesn't bounce up and down, and it's secure back here. I paddled all day long with it back here, never had a problem with it. And I wasn't afraid that it was going to come loose. I had 2 fly rods and I had a spinning rod with me. You can store your spinning rod upright like this one is, or you can lay them down as well. And I can also store that spinning rod up in the front. I can stick it up there, have it ready here, and I can pick it up and use it. When I really thought I was going to have some fish, a lot of times I had the butt of the rod on the seat and had it laying right there. I could pick it up and use it right away. And when I was traveling, I just stand it up right back here in the rod holder. It has a rod holder on each side. And this is designed as a fishing kayak. It's a 14-foot, it tracks straight, so I was paddling long distance. I paddled 12 miles that day. So it tracks straight, it gets good speed, and it's stable enough that you can stand up in it. So here's a close-up view of it. One feature I really like is this seat. The seat has one strap on it that comes off easily, and when you're fishing you can set the seat up in this high position. When I'm traveling for long distances, I simply loosen this strap up and I set the seat forward, and now it sits down low so that I can have a little lower center of gravity and get a little more speed going. So I used the seat in both positions that day, and I really enjoyed that ability to change that. Has lots of dry storage. The dry storage runs all the way from the front to the back. It has 3 access points. There's a big hatch up here. It was big enough for me to put my Pelican case with 2 of my cameras in it. Then you have a center storage that you can put your tackle in. You can put your food and drink in there and be able to reach it while you're sitting in the seat. And then back here in the back it has another access hatch that you can put. I stored my rain gear and some towels and other stuff back here that day, but that storage reaches all the way through that hull. Has lots of tie down points. This is where I put my life jacket and my tackle bag, and I just took one of these straps and put it across the top of my bag, and it held that bag in position all day long. And as you can see, here's the rod holders. Here's where you strap down your fly rods or your spinning rods when you're not using them. It has more tie down straps up here, 2 more. There's my adjustable foot pedals, and they just quickly press it in and move it forward or back as needed. And in here are the drain holes. So one thing that I did find useful were these little plugs that fit in the drain hole, and it keeps water from shooting up through them when you're going at speed. So I put it comes with one for each hole. I used 4 of them. I just kept the front 2 holes and that was enough to drain that water for me getting in and out all day. One of the best features about this Kayak Cuda that I think for fishing is its stability and the ease of getting in and out. Because most of the time when we're fishing the flats, it's simpler to fish while you're standing up, especially if you're fly casting. We use the kayak to get to where the fish are, and we hop out, and you can either tow it behind you on a rope, or you can stake it out and fish around and come back and move again. So you want to be able to get it in and out easily, and this kayak really allows you to do that, and it's also great for standing up. I have the seat in the up position, which I showed you before. It goes up and down. When you're up, it's easier to see the fish as you're paddling along, and it would seem like it'd be harder to get in and out. Just with 1 foot, you can sit right down in it. It's nice and stable. I have my paddle right here, and it has a handy strap for helping you get up and down. You can stand up and use that strap to sit right back down. As you can see, it's nice and stable. It allows me to stand up, and I can use this paddle to help push me along if that's all I have with me. I got a couple other things I'm going to show you that will make things even easier if you want to use this kayak for sight fishing. So you can see it's nice and stable. You can stand up in it for quite a long time, and pushing actually allows you to stand up and see the fish better, and to me it's much more comfortable than paddling mile after mile. I'll put the paddle down. I'm going to show you my other options I have here. The first thing I have is a stick-it pin. The stick-it pin is pointed on one end. It's great for jabbing into the sand or the mud. You can stake off and tie it on the other end, but you see on this end of it, it has a T-handle. What that allows me to do is use this thing as a push pole. So I can push along the bottom, it won't sink into the mud. If you just have a piece of pipe or a piece of PVC, say, and you don't have a handle on it, it's going to dig into the mud every time you push. With this thing, I can push in, and when I'm ready to stake off, I just turn it around, jab it in, tie it off real quick. So stick-it pin is one option that you can have if you want to be able to stand up and push. The second option I have is a regular push pole. And in this instance, I have strapped on here a 14-foot Moonlighter 2-piece push pole. You press the button, it comes apart. You can store it in your car. It's easy to transport back and forth. But with this thing, it's a little longer than that stick-it pin. When I stand up, I can get a couple more pushes as I'm pushing along. Has a pointed end, which will help me stake off as well. But this would be my preferred method for using this thing as a fishing vessel, is have a regular push pole to take with me. As you can see, I can push on this thing, and very, very stable. You don't see it wobbling around a lot. It turns quite easily with the push pole. And that's what I'd be looking for if I wanted to be fishing the flats. Now, the push pole, we can store it using one of these rod straps that are already on here. And then when I'm paddling, I reach over here, grab my paddle, and now that push pole's out of the way, I can paddle. But one of the things I really liked about this, besides stability, was the adjustable seat. The seat has 2 straps. I can pull on those straps and move it forward. I can grab it here and move it back a little bit. And when your back starts to hurt, you just change the position a little. But in this up position, I found it easy to paddle, and it was easier. This extra 4 or 5 inches gives me a lot of ability to see fish better than sitting in that low position. So I started off the day in the low position. When I got to where I wanted to go, you can see how easy it is to hop out. And just with one simple pull of this strap, the seat moves down, it moves up. I can even move it back here, which gives me a whole bunch of room. So now, in this position, I'm sitting back a little farther, but if I stand up back here, now I got a lot more room if I want to fly fish. I've got plenty of room to strip line in here. I've got more room to move my feet around. And it's just a little more difficult sitting back down in that low position than it is in those 4 or 5 inches, but as you can see, I can still do that. Now, I wouldn't want to paddle all day back here, but I got tons of room to fish. And again, it's really easy to get in and out of this thing, and just in a second I can put this seat right back up here in a low position. I got in this vessel with water that was up to my waist, and it was still, you had to hop a little, but you can get back in it. But in regular water, most of the time we're in knee-deep water, less, a lot of times less. Right now I'm just barely up to my knees. You can see, just lift one foot up, sit over the top, sit down, and it barely wiggles from side to side. So that is a great advantage to have a kayak that you can get in and out of easily and don't have to worry about tipping it over and dumping your stuff into the water every time. So that's the Jackson Kayak Cuda model. In my review of it, I had a great time taking that thing out of the water, and I would definitely take it out again. At a base price of around $1,200, you get the kayak and the seat. All you need is a paddle and you're ready to go on the water. Here at Mosquito Creek Outdoors, they have a lot of different kinds of kayaks, from whitewater kayaks, sit-in kayaks, sit-on-top kayaks, short ones, long ones, all different colors. And the great thing about it is you can come here and sit in them on the water and try it out and see if it does what you need it to do before you buy it. And then if you didn't like it, have to try to bring it back. So check out Mosquito Creek Outdoors online. Come up to Apopka and visit us at the store. My name is Captain Chris Myers of Central Florida Sight Fishing Charters, and you can visit me online at www.floridafishinglessons.com. Sign up for my YouTube channel for this and lots of other videos and how-to and flats fishing. You can visit me on Facebook and Twitter at Captain Chris M.